Alright guys, welcome back to part 11 and the finale of season 2 of my Leeds United save on FM19. I don't know if I said FM19 twice or not, I've already forgotten, but if I did, there you go, who cares. So, I have holidayed quite a little bit in the future from the last game, and I've just going through emails. I've seen we've had the end of season awards. It was only a few days after where we left off. And if we have a look at this squad here, nothing's changed, I don't think, from the starting 11. Connolly's in there from last season, Albeck's in there from last season in terms of new signings. The only people who were changed, we had Liam Cooper's come onto the bench, which I'm surprised he wasn't already in there. And then we've got Shved and George who've come in on the bench as well. I mean, some surprise clicks in there. He did alright last season. 6.99 rating, he played quite well. He was really good actually. But I am still a little bit surprised because he didn't play at all this year, really. 6 appearances in the league. Only 4 starts, but what can you do? And Ruth as well. I mean, I think he probably deserves to keep his place after last season. But this year, 28 league appearances, including 19 starts. 2 goals. Absolutely horrendous, but it's good to see some of the OGs in there. Sort of Alioski, Janssen, Halen, Douglas. Douglas has been our best player, and I haven't actually checked this next email, but I'm hoping he gets player of the season. Yes, he does, by an absolute landslide. 76% in favour of Douglas to win end of season awards, and that's really good to see. The goal of the season was Louis Coyle. This will be interesting. I'm trying to remember I think I remember this one. I think I remember it. He's on the edge of the box, top right of the box, and he smashes it into the top left of the goal. Here he is. He's just on the edge of the box here. He smashes it. Do you know what? That's probably deserved. Well done to him. Sign of the season, Matt Clark, 2.4 million from Portsmouth. 4.2 million, sorry. That is interesting, considering he only made 8 appearances, 5 off the bench. It's probably a good piece of business, but surprised it's sign of the season. It was good value, I guess. And young player of the season, Jack Clark, which again, some of these are confusing me. He only made 15 starts in the league, 10 off the bench, and he didn't play particularly well. Some of these are a bit surprising. In terms of our team of the season, Cooper goes in there with Albeck, Phillips, Shackleton, Shved, Alioski and Roof. I mean, Roof, how has he got team of the season up front? I will never know, but some of them are a bit strange. Leeds had been expected to struggle for much this season and find himself entrenched in the bottom of the standings, but were able to surprise everyone by securing a very well-deserved top half finish. So, we've done pretty well. In terms that we finished 10th in the league, we lost in the 5th round of the FA Cup, lost in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. I think that's absolutely fine. Yeah, we had 99% full attendance. So that's really good. In terms of kind of this, we've got a few really notable names at the top there. Really good to see. Didn't do a team meeting because I holidayed. Yeah, I think that's... I'm going to go through some of these emails and see if there's anything else that's interesting. And then we'll go through some of the other things, kind of round up the last 2 seasons, and then we'll go see what happens from there. So, be back in just a moment. Alright, so we are less than a week away from the start of the transfer window, now on the 5th of June. Nothing really interesting has come up. I think we're just looking at this screen really quickly. Our top goal scorers this season were Phillips, Clark and Shved with 5 goals each. I can't get over how bad that is. When you go to the team stats, we were 17th in the league, almost relegation worthy for goals scored. Yeah, we were defensively really solid, 7th best in the league. So that is really worrying for the next manager. On this screen, we've got loads of money, 53 million in the bank, 43 to spend. Lovely, lovely, lovely. The board are pretty happy with what's going on. Managerial support is almost maximum. Dressing room's almost maximum. We're doing really well. It's just tactics they're a bit concerned about and some of the results, but overall we're looking really good. We'll have a look at my profile really quick. Obviously I did start as a Continental Pro license. I've just always done it. I could probably change that. Maybe it's something I'll change in the next series. That's how I've always done it. I don't really handle the media, but worst opinions. Pochettino doesn't like me, which to be honest is fine because I'm an Arsenal fan, so it doesn't bother me at all. Chris Wilder, Steve McLaren, Martin O'Neill and Steve Bruce. That is odd. Really odd. I'm just hoping Steve Bruce doesn't get the job because that'd be awful. Yeah, interesting little career. Nothing's really happened too much. We didn't win the league last season. No, did we win the league? We won the league. We didn't. Am I already getting confused? Did we win the league last season? Okay, now I'm league table. Right, we want to find this out. Last season, league table. We did. Why was that hard to remember? Of course we did. We won the league last season. That was a bit of a strange one. I really struggled with that one. But yeah, that's our profile. We've done well. I literally says it right there in the bottom corner, at the bottom of the screen. Career milestones. Won the championship. So we won the championship. We finished. Did we finish 9th in the end? Why am I really struggling with this today? We finished 10th in the end. Unfortunately behind West Brom. Finished 10th in our first season in the Premier League. Really, really good. Yeah, I've actually Centurion could be a bit of a problem for next season because I promised him we'd qualify for continental football by the end of next season. That is a bit optimistic. Although the team is really good and they've got some really good players coming through, I don't think that's going to happen. We won Manager of the Month, twice, and Manager of the Year in the Championship last season. Really good to see. Not really much happened. We can see our transfers we've done here. This is our transfer list. Nothing much to go through. Press conferences. That's funny. We didn't do many press conferences to be honest. But yeah, I mean, if we go through to our hierarchy here and click on our own name, 26 of the players. Sony Centurion doesn't really have an opinion of us. He's not really been in the club very long. Everyone else is in support. Obviously the captain's always really good to have that on your side. We're just going to go through. There's only a few players here that don't really fit in with the main squad, but they get along really well. So yeah, and if we go to morale, well, click on morale here. Everyone's really good. There's only a few people that aren't good, or aren't really good. Good is sort of overall. So yeah, well, the only thing I would have changed, I think, going forward next season, I think I would try and properly commit to this. We would do a pre-season of this. I think at the start of this season, we weren't really strong enough to play this formation against bigger teams. And we didn't really have long enough of a pre-season to do it. That's what I would do if we were doing another season. I'd make sure we did this formation. I think in terms of this, maybe work into the box. Obviously, I wasn't too confident our centre-backs were very good in terms of playing out from the back. But maybe if we got one more addition, we could look to play out from the back if they're a good ball-playing defender. I like to have my defensive line higher, but our defenders are too slow, so we have to leave them on that standard. But other than that, I'm pretty happy. I always like to have wing-backs. You've got to have wing-backs. They create so many opportunities, and you can see Douglas has thrived from it. He's been absolutely... Look at that, man. He's done so good. So he's obviously thrived from it. Really, really good to see. Our staff is still really poor, and I hope that the next manager that comes in could do a better job with that. Yeah, we didn't... Next season, obviously, we haven't got any European football, but hoping maybe they could pick up a cup next year. We didn't do too bad, actually. We managed to get to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Just unfortunately came up against Man City, which isn't ideal. We've got a couple of players here that have been signed on free transfers. We got this person here. Do you know what? I think these might have actually been the director of football. They're signing on free all signing for free. Is there anyone that's any... Oh no, these are leaving the club. Oh, well that's a bit stupid. Yeah, there's sales that are... We've got no one coming in pending. If we look at this season, obviously this season we spent 49 million and got back 35. So it's a good little bit of... Well, didn't make profit, but we've done really good. And these players, I still can't get over the fact we only paid 1 million for Albeck. He is brilliant. Connolly was actually really cheap as well to bring in. Only cost us 300,000 for the time we had him. So, and this guy we brought in as well, he's actually not a bad player. The only problem is with this player, if we go to our under 23s, there's a player in here that I really like. Let me find him. Bogus. He's 18. I think he actually starts at Leeds. I'm not sure. I don't remember bringing him in, but Bogus, he is a really good Mazzala, really good advanced playmaker. He's only 18 years old, so he's going to be phenomenal. Got really good potential there. Edmondson as well, really good potential. He's not had much game time for me. He only played 1 game this season off the bench. Didn't play long enough to get an average rating, so But yeah, if you look at the potential in this squad, we've got sort by potential. We've got these players here that just look like they're going to be absolute worldies soon. Not worldies, but someone like Maria and Centurion, they could be worldies. Centurion is already a phenomenal goalkeeper. So yeah, the squad's looking good. We're not leaving them in bad shape. Our under 18's looking quite good as well. We've got a couple of 16-year-olds here that look like they're going to be absolute superstars. So we're not leaving the club in a really bad position. I like I said, in the first season I wasn't really trying to get youngsters in for the future, but it looks as though some of them have developed naturally. We've got obviously Maria, who will be that player. He didn't really play for us this season. He made 2 appearances, 2 starts in the league, 1 start in the cup. He was all right in that time. He wasn't quite good enough for me, not yet. But if you look at his stats, he is really good. He's gonna, for an 18-year-old, he's gonna be absolutely insane. So they were the transfers. We've done all right. I think we're slowly getting up there. If we obviously that will go up to the 10th mark. The highest 15th was the last time we were in the Premier League, and then we obviously got relegated in 19th. So 10th is already a massive improvement. You can see here, apparently our key player is Shackleton, which is quite strange. But then again, look at his statistics. Maybe it isn't strange. He looks really good physicals, really good, really good important technicals. Not really got. The ones for an advanced playmaker are lit up. He's done really well with that. So, obviously we've got Steve Nolan, our 16-year-old. Looks like he's got 15 finishing at the age of 16. He's one to keep an eye out for. But yeah, look at our facilities, above average youth facilities. That can be worked on, but everything else is looking pretty good, especially for a Premier League team. We're pretty much at the end now. There's not really much else to go through. We've done the finances. I think what I'm going to do now, because I want to make sure the next manager has enough time to do his sort of preparations for pre-season. We're going to go to the homepage. We're going to go to profile. Do you want to resign as manager of Leeds and retire from football with immediate effect? Yes. We've done it. We have retired as manager of Leeds United. After 2 seasons, we've just retired from football. We are no longer a manager in this game, in this save. We are simply a viewer. We are watching what is going on around us. Well done for the board for having faith in me. I like to thank all the players. Although now, saying that, can I still do this now if I go to Leeds? Because I'm a bit worried that now I can't see everything. Okay, we can still see things. That's really good. I've decided now that I want to skip a season, and we're just going to do a roundup, maybe once a week. I'm just going to holiday the season and see how Leeds are doing. They are more than capable of staying up. I don't think they're going to do as well next season without me. I think they'll probably finish 13th, 14th, but definitely going to stay up. Addictedness rating. Mildly addicted. No. We've only played this one for 1 day. That's quite low. I've not played. This has taken, what, like 3 weeks to get through one season. Usually I could do it in a few days. So that is quite low. But yeah, I would like to thank everyone who watched this. Whether that's a couple of my mates who've seen the videos, or whether it's Connor, who's left a couple of really good helpful comments for me. I know he said he would be quite interested in seeing like a me to manage but do a yearly roundup. I think I'm just done with this game now. I'm done with FM19. I don't think there's any reason for me to keep playing this now. I'm now 6 seasons deep into Wolves career mode. In the last 2 days I've done another season. I'm really enjoying FM20. I'm getting some tips. I'm getting some new tactics on there. I'm getting some new ideas, and I just don't want to come back to this game anymore. I'll come back onto this game, do a yearly roundup of where Leeds are doing. We'll maybe do a year once a week, just as a roundup. But yeah, that'll be it. So, in terms of if you're still here, which you don't really need to see this. That's probably really loud, that keyboard, but you don't need to see that. You need to see this. So, In terms of the next season, I'm gonna, well, I'll put maybe like a poll up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a tiny break, and I'll either upload a video, probably Saturday will be the first episode of the next season, and we'll, at the moment, my instinct is Portsmouth, because I like Portsmouth. I don't live too far away from Portsmouth, well, quite far, but I've got a bit of an affiliation to Portsmouth. I really liked them when they were in the Premier League with, you know, Carnu and Cranshaw. It was really good, and yeah, they're not too far away from where I live, so I do like them, and they're probably my first choice at the moment. If we actually have a quick look at the leagues here, if we go down to League One, Portsmouth actually got promoted from League One in this save. I'm just looking at the clubs in here. Obviously Bolton would be quite an interesting one to do, because they are financially screwed in real life. Bury, if they are Bury in the game? I'm not sure if Bury are in the game actually. They might have been taken out. Fair from 20, but I'll have a look. But yeah, there's a few teams that potentially, Accrington Stanley, just because it's got Stanley in the name, it could be interesting to do. And obviously, if we're looking at this, it looks like they're not particularly great, low reputation. Does it say where their finances are like? General. Oh, it's on this page somewhere, but yeah, they could be quite an interesting team. And obviously, they've risen up the Leeds in what? They're in the 7th division of English football, and they've rose up really well. Yeah, fair play to them, but yes, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a League 1 team, potentially, or a League 2 team, maybe even, and we're just going to see what we can do with them over the course of maybe 5-6 seasons. Depending on how it goes. Maybe we only do 3 seasons, maybe we do 10 seasons, so you never know, but if you're still here, which I'd be surprised if you were, because I've been rattling on for no reason for the last sort of 5 minutes, but if you are, I do appreciate you staying tuned. Please like the video. If you're still here, you probably liked it. Why would you still be here if you haven't liked it? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because I know that I think I'm getting a couple of regular viewers by the looks of things, but I don't think the subscriptions haven't been going up. Hopefully with a new season that will bring in some new viewers. And obviously, as long as the existing viewers are still enjoying it as well, that'd be really good to see. So yeah, please like, please subscribe. Thank you, and goodbye.